life on Earth. I write from the top of a water oak in the Weelaunee Forest. We will continue to defend the forest from being destroyed. We're not leaving. Spoken from one of the remaining people defending a treehouse in the Weelaunee Forest. Thank you all for being here.
That's effectively everything that we have to say today. I just want to stress that it's clear that the Atlanta Police Department is hoping that through these gestures of violence, repression, and intimidation, that this will discourage social movements, that this will discourage people from making their voices heard, from complaining about injustice, from protesting. And in fact, exactly the opposite will happen. And there's a broad community of organizations, neighbors, community groups who are dedicated to ensuring that the more this movement is oppressed, the more it grows and the stronger it becomes. Thank you all for coming.
Can we take some questions?
Questions.
I want you to respond. They said that you all were throwing Molotov cocktails and rocks at cops. What's your response to that?
I don't have any information about that.
Gotcha. And you said that the police are trying to control the narrative. Why do you think that is, and why do you think that, I guess why do you continue your fight?
Well, so speaking for the Atlanta Solidarity Fund, it seems clear that Atlanta police have a pattern of using the force that they have available to them as the police to arrest and persecute political activists. The police obviously are in favor of trying to build Cop City, and I think they recognize that they are losing that battle politically because increasing numbers of people throughout the city are coming out against Cop City. It seems clear that the police are resorting to more and more extreme tactics of repression, even illegal tactics of repression, in an effort to suppress that movement. And that's my explanation of their motivation.
And they pointed out that I guess the majority of the people they arrested today are not from Atlanta or not from Georgia. I guess they're trying to establish that these are not locals. What's your response to them putting out that information?
We don't have any information one way or the other, but I believe that the folks who are involved in jail support can confirm that the vast majority of arrests are locals. We can't disclose specific information.
And as far as you know, what you've seen today, everything's been peaceful on your end?
Yeah, I've seen nothing but peaceful protesting from Saturday until today.
So y'all refute the Molotov cocktail and the rock accusation from the cops?
I've seen no evidence of this.
And so you mentioned there's still people in the forest and they intend to stay there?
Again, I don't have information about that.
Okay, gotcha.
Unfortunately.
And do you know if the police went into the forest? Because I saw on Twitter that they were kind of staying on the outside of the road.
We got reports that heavily armed police had entered the forest, but those are just reports.
Anything else that y'all want to say?
Did anybody else want to respond to any of those questions?
Yeah, I just wanted.
It ain't only people from outside the city. I live 0.4 miles away. That's bananas. I was also arrested, and
Can we have you step up just so we get it on audio?
I was also arrested, and I live here, so
Okay.
I'm a Georgia resident.
Appreciate it.
Also from Atlanta.
The movement is large. There's support for this all over the country. The support to defend our forests. They're all we have that buffer us from a catastrophic future where our species may not be able to survive climate change. We have to protect what we have left. So the movement is much larger than just Atlanta, but there's a lot of eyes on here. There's forests all over the nation to be protected.
And what happens next for your movement in terms of events or just anything else?
I want to speak to that. I just want to say something about the prior.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I think for what I've seen, the people who had this up have been from Atlanta, but this issue is far bigger than Atlanta. This issue is a problem that spans this country and this nation. And even as we see with the police making allegations that are unfounded, that over and over again historically have been shown to be proven to be untrue later, we can see that they're not really a trustworthy source because they work for their interests instead of the people's interests.
Woo! Thank you. I appreciate it.
I actually have an answer to your question about the makeup. So the movement to defend Weelaunee Forest is one that has many local residents of South Atlanta a part of it. We also have been receiving support from people coming in from out of town to stand in solidarity with us. We have Muskogee allies who have come visited the forest and helped plan a conference to talk about land back and what land rematriation looks like a couple weekends ago. Those folks were coming in from Oklahoma, as well as Kansas and across the South, and then we have allies that are coming to support us from across the country. So although we are grounded in what is happening in Atlanta, this police military facility will affect people across the country, as it'll be the largest police military facility in the country, and we suspect that police from outside of Atlanta will be training here. So many people are mobilizing from across the country to come support us, and we are grounded in the work that local residents have been doing for the past year. I myself am a local resident. I've been involved in this movement since the beginning, and it has been wonderful to see the kind of support that we've been receiving from people traveling to come stand here and support with us.
I'll add one thing, additional thing, from a legal perspective. Any contention regarding the residents of any of the arrested protesters not residing or being from the Atlanta area is a red herring. It's irrelevant. It makes no difference where a person is from when we're talking about the police using violence to bring them under arrest. When we're talking about people who are lawfully within a park being arrested and then charged with being pedestrians in a roadway, it's irrelevant where they're from. The police owe a duty to police fairly and to do so in a safe and considerate manner that ensures the safety of those that they feel that they have the need to police. So to the extent that they have brought that up, I caution everyone to consider the source and the motivations of those people giving that message, because they are trying to change the narrative, as they've done with so many things concerning the alleged crime wave in Atlanta. Thank you.
Thank you all again for coming. As just a final note, for those who didn't receive the press release about this, there is a video of some of the repressive police activity available upon request. If you want to get access to that, you can email info@atlsolidarity.org.
Also have a video that Miko Shaban Colonel, one of the Muskogee community leaders, has shared, calling folks to action to come defend Weelaunee Forest. That he wasn't able to be present with us here today, but he wanted all press to have that video shared with them so that they can also amplify the voices of Muskogee community members who are coming all the way from Oklahoma to stand in solidarity with the protection of their ancestral lands. So you can see me to have that video airdropped to you. Thanks.